It's my pleasure to introduce this dynamic duo and to be here with you all.
This next priority is something that very plainly would not be debated in any seriousness in the legislature were it not to have originated from the Climate Council, and that is what is being called the Clean Heat Standard. So I mentioned earlier for our utilities, we have what's called the Renewable Energy Standard that ramps up their dependence on renewable electricity over time. This is the same concept for heat, for our furnaces, for public buildings, that over time we need to transition Vermonters away from burning fossil fuels and set out a predictable, I would say, timeline for people to clearly, if you're replacing your furnace, make a sustainable choice as soon as possible, but also understand how are we going to help people make that investment and switch away from an oil furnace or propane furnace. What's exciting about this, I think this will end up being a fairly high profile, if I had to guess, discussion in Montpelier. And it's very clear to me this will be a few years. This is a big deal. I don't believe this is being done elsewhere in the country. But what's unusual and exciting about it is it came out of the cross-sector mitigation subcommittee of the Climate Council. It was basically endorsed by Vermont Gas. You have the fuel dealers, Vermont fuel dealers at the table, recognizing that, you know, delivering oil to heat people's homes is not a long-term sustainable business. And so those businesses are in discussions, and I'm not saying that they're jumping up and down and begging us to do this, but they're very clearly interested in recognizing their own self-interest in sustaining those businesses in the coming decades. So the Clean Heat Standard, watch for that one. I think it's kind of cutting edge and has an interesting coalition backing it up at this point and making it should be for an interesting discussion. I hope we can create something of a model for others to follow.
So thank you so much for coming out tonight, and we'll see you again soon.